Yo, I don't know if y'all hear that dog outside, but we got another video today. Don't be fooled by this $20,000 robot. It's by Young Moist Critical Penguin Zero. And with that, let's get into it. Let's find out why are we not doing this $20,000 robot. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Let's do it. Ha!
A video talking about the Neo robot, which was this Jetsons level technology that was fundamentally a household chore bot.
I can close the window.
And I've always been skeptical when the claim is made that it's right around the corner, because you hear that for every piece of tech ever, and then half of it just kind of fizzles into the fucking ether, just falls into the back rooms, never to be seen again. But now, 10 months later, I got a bunch of egg on my face because the Neo robot is here.
Oh.
And it's affordably priced. It's a very cost-conscious $20,000 for the household chore.
Oh, you know what's funny? I think I actually know. One of my friends mentioned that earlier in Discord, and I was like, "Hey, yo, what if we like pitch in and buy one, and then like ship it around to to everybody's houses in like shifts?" That would be hilarious if it actually
You're losing
works.
money not buying this thing. It can do so much.
Not buying it is crazy.
Kind of. To a certain extent. It does chores. Now, Marcus Brownlee just made a video kind of going over his qualms with this robot, and I think he brings up a lot of good points. Points that I also briefly mentioned when even just talking about this from a conceptual standpoint, even before the price was revealed and even before they showed its actual capabilities here with chores. It is just... I don't see a world where it makes sense to own this, even if you do just have $20,000 shoved in your fucking prison wallet. If you got $20,000 floating in your colon and you're looking to get it out, I think there are significantly better uses for it than buying the Neo robot.
So meet Neo, potentially
that's kind of valid,
the most
but like, what does it do?
Product we've ever seen. This thing is a full-fledged humanoid robot, 5'6", 66 pounds, 4-hour battery life,
66
self-charging.
4 hours?
It lives in your house. It's
self-charging?
Now, 10 months of life, self-charging.
Nah, that's cool.
And it lives in your house. It's finally here.
Now, 10 months ago, the design of the robot looked fundamentally the same, and I think they do still have similar faces. Back then, the main one I saw looked like Shaka from One Piece, or it looked like fucking Dynamo from Deadlock. Now they have like those two little eyeballs and like a leather mask there. It almost kind of just looks like Jason Voorhees' mask to a certain extent on this thing's face.
It did a little bit.
Having it be 5'6" is obviously the best possible decision you can make. That is the optimal height. I think most human beings would like to spec into that if they could choose their height. Luckily, I was blessed with 5'6" naturally. I wasn't, needed to be created in a lab to achieve that.
That's hilarious.
But I understand why they went with 5'6".
They probably made it unthreatening.
And the rest of the specs here sound pretty good.
66
it's
pounds.
A housekeeper. It has the same dexterity as a human because it's shaped just like a human. Walks around on 2 legs. Has 10 fingers. It can fold laundry and put it away for you, or it can do the dishes for you from start to finish and then put everything away. It
what
can
sort
go
of
around
fold
and
clothing
water
algorithm
the
does
plants
it do?
outside or inside on a perfect schedule, and it never forgets a single plant. And then it'll go around and vacuum and tidy up the house if anything gets left out. It always knows where everything is. It can find the TV remote, and it'll basically actively do all the chores that you know you have to do, but you don't actually want to do. And when it's done, it goes back to its little docking spot and charges itself.
That fully sums up the purpose.
That does sound dope. I'm not gonna lie.
It exists to do the chores you don't usually feel like doing for 20,000 clams. So it'll go do this.
That's not bad. Honestly, that's kind of not a bad investment. That's like a car. Honestly, it's like a car that like functions, right? Like a car saves you time and money because otherwise you'd have to walk, and it saves you energy. Otherwise you'd have to walk or like find some other mode of transportation to a place you want to go to, right? Honestly, if it does the job well, I can definitely see it being a valuable investment. But let's see why it's saying it's a waste.
To varying degrees of success, but it will do them, and then it goes and then chains itself to your wall. It goes and plugs itself in and charges itself. That's really about all that it does. Except, of course, for those little
day to day, if you get it early enough, like in your life, I feel like it's a valid investment. I'm not gonna lie, and especially if the upgrades for it are like cheaper. I don't know. I feel like it's a valid investment. Cause like I know every day you don't feel like waking up to do some stuff, but it'll just have it done. You know, you can do other tasks. You know, just free yourself up.
Siwa dance moves you saw it do there for a second.
Unless of course you enjoy doing the chores, then it's like I guess you could always just do them anyways. Still, it's not like the robot has to do it. You can always chip in and just do it if you want. If it like brings you like some sort of like catharsis or anything like that.
Other than that, it's just focus on doing chores. Its goal is to, fucking pass the butter and fold the clothes. That's really it.
Yeah, now, what kind of clothes folding algorithm
this is for lazy people, like people that don't want to do chores and just want, tricky. This robotic servant to do it for them. But really the main clientele, as far as I can tell, is that it's aiming to help elderly or disabled individuals.
Yeah, for sure.
Whom these kind
of... Because they actually do need more of that stuff. Because, like, otherwise they'd have to, like, pay somebody to do it for them, obviously. Or, like, have a friend or, like, a family member or loved one do it for them.
The activities are more difficult for.
Mm-hmm.
But at a $20,000 price tag, that's not exactly a reasonable price to try and help there. And
unless it's like, you know what? I feel like there should be like government grants specifically for disabled or elderly people to get those. That would be cool as a part of like some kind of a disabilities benefit to get one of those robots. That would be so cool. If they go for that.
Imagine, as Marcus Brownlee also points out towards the end of the video.
Hopefully there's somebody watching this, listening in. Hey, chime in. That's good tech.
It's not going to be a demographic that's really... enthusiastic about being an early adopter of this, because basically you're guinea pigging this thing. This is so new. This is such brand new technology. It's still pretty primitive here.
It could be an
beta testing it for a $20,000 buy-in, but
it could be an op.
Admittedly, other options that are
it's just gonna turn
less than $20K. Like if you want to rent it, from what I can tell, there's like monthly installments you can do, but even still, it is extremely
buy now, pay later robot
for this.
This is available to order? This feels like it could be the best tech announcement of all time in 2025.
Of all time.
Except this isn't real.
You know what it doesn't work? Though? The Starforge solo leveling collab. Starforge just dropped its PC and collaboration with solo leveling. It's available right now. You can click the link in the description below. There's also a big Halloween PC sale.
I didn't
Marcus
know.
Brownlee goes on to mention that one of the main things about it not being real is how they're claiming you can order it today, making you believe that it's here and it's available now. I can go
it's not real?
right now, get my Neo ordered, and it'll be here lickety split, and then I'm going to have my nice little household chore bot running around. I can slap him on the ass and tell him, good game, keep up the good work, and then he'll, maybe give me a cool catchphrase like, I've got nipples, Greg, can you milk me, or something, then he'll go charge himself, all my chores are done. It's not here. This is a pre-order. And there are options for a
it's a pre-order. So when does it come out?
Or $20K to own it outright, and it's expected to deliver sometime next year. But there's no.
Yeah, it's like a car payment, $500 a month for that robot.
Actual real delivery date that we know of at the moment. So it's not here today or anything. It's still right now just an idea that you are pre-ordering with the hope that it will be delivered when they say it is. But that's not the only thing that makes this
I feel like
real.
My issue with this research is the gap between what it's actually capable of today and what they're promising as they take your money today. Like, I think when people watch a video like this, they expect that this robot has some sort of built-in artificial intelligence that allows it to recognize objects and navigate around on its own.
That's what it should, right?
And be productive for those hours while you're gone. And that, I think, would be a reasonable thing to get out of watching that video, because that's what it's designed to show. That's what you're supposed to feel. That's the dream.
He is exactly right. When you watch these showcases, what they're selling you on is a pipe dream. But what you're getting is the crack pipe. You watch these videos and you're under the impression that this robot has the ability to recognize things in space and accomplish these tasks, like Sonny from iRobot or something, like what you've seen in movies throughout the decades, where this is a robot in the truest sense of the word that you picture up here in your noodle. and that this has like some kind of AI driven components that are able to
I
somehow like,
imagine so.
you know, figure things out for itself so it can do your chores. But that is not the reality of what is actually being done here.
What's actually
to get the
being done?
robot to accomplish these tasks.
But that's not actually what's happening. So Joanna Stern, the legend, she did a video with this Neo robot also this week where the company showed her all the things that it could do. And turns out 100% of the things that they showed her were remotely controlled by a human in another room wearing a VR headset with controllers. That's not exaggerating. 100% of the stuff they showed her. The carrying things around, the loading up the dishwasher. I mean, look at this thing.
Why is he struggling so much if he's controlling that joint?
Yeah, all of this is teleoperated. And this was a demo set up by this 1X company. So this is like best case scenario stuff.
This is very, very, very different than what most people expect from this robot.
But why would that be useful?
Doing these things itself per se.
That's basically the same as like paying somebody to do it.
Someone wearing a headset and everything.
And how can you even like pay $20,000 and have somebody running it? What kind of price? How are they paying the people running it?
Control it themselves. So it's basically acting like an extension of
that's just somebody in the house.
A VR game in your household as your butler.
That's
basically
creepy.
It is not a.
They're like learning your house and all that. So they just lied. They just outright lied. They said it learns the is their goal eventually to have it be trained like they're using these teleoperations to actually train the AI within the robot to actually learn how to do these things? Or is it like is the goal for it to be that? Or is that like not even a functionality of it? Is it just supposed to be some kind of teleoperated robot puppet? Because that's kind of creepy, I'm not going to lie. I don't think a lot of people are going for that. Like just some random person in their house just looking at everything just like, oh, here's let me fold these clothes, do these dishes. Like, I don't think a lot of people are going for that. I'm going to be honest.
But in the way that you think
a lot of people already like worry about that with like housekeepers and stuff like that. I don't think they're going for it.
So what you're doing is you're paying $20,000 for someone to come into your house in a robot skin suit. That's basically it. And like very stiffly, like the Tin Man, walk around and very slowly go through simple chores laboriously. Like even something like loading the dishwasher is a Herculean effort here for the Neo robot. And it is being controlled by a human being in the first place. The Neo robot is just the conduit for it. It is just, I think it is very misleading for people that are just going to see this robot do things and not understand that it's not the robot itself doing them. It is a human being that is controlling it outside of that robot.
And I see a lot of people defending this robot online, like, oh, no, there's probably other things that it can do autonomously. They just didn't show her yet.
It didn't show her yet.
You don't think they would show her the best stuff that this could do autonomously to keep selling?
Yeah, they probably would, I imagine, if they had it. Right?
Why
wouldn't they show it if they have it?
Desperate to defend like massive corporations for no reason, man.
If they're trying to like sell that product.
In an age where people are willing to fight tooth and nail doing free PR for companies that don't give a fuck about them in the first place, don't even know they exist. They're just a piggy bank hoping to stick their dick in at some point. I don't understand where that delusion's even coming from. This is them coming out here and trying to put the best foot forward for this product to try and sell the dream, like Marquez.
It's not even the product that they're advertising.
Why would they not show everything it can do autonomously? That makes no sense. That'd be the stupidest fucking marketing move ever. Now, he mentions that there are two things in that video that it does enable as autonomously perform. One of them was opening a door for a guest, and the other was transporting a cup. Other than that, everything was teleoperated. That's so night and day from what people perceive this robot to be.
That's so strange.
It is not capable, or at least it doesn't seem like it's capable of doing the vast majority of your chores autonomously. It needs to be teleoperated to accomplish those tasks. So basically, you're paying $20,000
I'm assuming it needs like training, AI training.
Real steel, like Hugh Jackman's Real Steel, but instead of like Hugh Jackman boxing and having the robot throw punches. It's Hugh Jackman's
gonna be doing
piss
dishes
off of your toilet bowl, and it's the robot mimicking it in your household. I highly recommend you watch his full video here because he does a great job breaking it down and also going through the footage from Joanna,
maybe I
who's the
should
one
watch that one. Maybe
got
I should,
all of this information and showcased what this thing can actually do. It's extremely interesting.
Maybe we'll do that one next.
And he's right that one of the big things is that it needs tons and tons of data. So the idea seems to be to push this out to early adopters so that way while they're using it, it can be gathering all this data so it can get better at doing things autonomously. It can learn all
that's what I thought.
And in order to do that,
that's exactly what I thought.
Access to individuals' households of these early adopters. So,
so they're going to be beta testing
I think it was expert mode, if I remember correctly, where you opt in, you give permission to have one of their experts tap into the mainframe here of the robot and learn how to do a task by guiding the robot through it. So basically, he's digivolving into your house, like he's manifesting himself into your house, this expert, into the robot, so that way they can do the task and collect the data and get better at autonomously doing it down the line. And it seems like it boils down to
the beta tester is actually training the actual product. Why can't they just train it in the company's people's houses or get like volunteers to train it? Why are they making people pay to train the robot?
Are going to have to be okay with sacrificing some privacy for the sake of science, because down the line maybe it'll lead to enough data that the Neo can eventually do it without the need of a teleoperator to be scheduled to take control of the robot, look through its sensors in your house and do it. So I mean, it is an interesting little creature here for $20K. It's a very interesting piece of technology.
Very interesting.
5'6" humanoid that wanders around your house and does chores. Like, are there really that many people, you think, that are willing to spend that amount of money and know that they're going to have to potentially give up some pretty serious privacy and are basically going to be a beta tester for some unknown number of years to hopefully maybe someday achieve that dream? There are obviously a lot of potential downsides to this.
I think it's pretty easily achievable with like the way that AI is advancing right now and what I've seen that it's capable of. I think it's very, very possible to be soon that this is actually gonna do what it's supposed to do. But the fact that it's not there yet and they're trying to sell it is kind of off. Not gonna lie.
As a petite, fun-sized 5'6" man, I took great offense to him saying that right there about the robot. Too small and weak to carry anything heavy. Brother, I can carry some of the heaviest shit in Florida. I'm gonna chalk that one up to maybe he just, got a little lost in the sauce there. It has nothing to do with the robot being 5'6" or anything like that. It looks like it hasn't been hitting the gym. That's all. But he makes a very strong point here. How many people are willing to spend that kind of money and also
low-key, I don't think a lot of people are going for it.
For this technology for X amount of years. Who knows how long. Scheduling, this company's experts to take control of the robot, looking through their house to do the task to collect that data to improve it down the line, to maybe one day have it be something that's possible autonomously. I don't know. He also mentions he doesn't know. It is just a very interesting spot we find ourselves with this technology here. All I wanted to talk about here, though, is that a lot of people are really misled on what this robot is even capable of right now, because
they didn't even show anything, right? They just showed
in this video what they're selling you, like the idea today is not what it's capable of today. They're selling you the idea of what it could be many years down the line, but making it seem like it's here today, which I think is a bit scummy. In my personal perspective here, I just don't see a ton of people being comfortable paying that amount of money and just inviting all of these cameras and microphones that are remote viewable from these strangers into your household. I just imagine most people wouldn't really be comfortable with the idea of someone potentially peeping through those cameras that are remote viewable and these microphones that could be listening.
That's what I'm saying,
I imagine
right?
most people just wouldn't fully trust it. Like around your family, like your kids and everyone around there would probably be a little on edge knowing that this robot, there is just a chance that someone is looking through it right now, even if you didn't schedule an expert to take control. because again,
just
these are
chilling.
remote viewing
Especially,
cameras and microphones, stuff like
hold
that.
on.
So I don't know. Maybe there is a ton of people out there. I just
Imagine
would be very surprised if there were.
Oops.
But anyway, I wanted to talk about.
Imagine if there was like some weird people. You know, there's some people that exist like that. There's some weird people, and you got like kids in the house, and they're like remoting into the house with that robot, bro. Nah, I don't think people are going for that. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Pixie, there you go. Yeah, I don't think people are going for that. I really don't. I don't see that. I don't see a lot of people going for that unless they're like single, not really got a lot to expose or something like that. But like people that have kids, like families and stuff, really don't think anybody's gonna be going for that. I know I wouldn't. Like with that level of exposure, like, and it could just be some random person. Nah.
This because I was yapping about it 10 or so months ago, and now it's getting even closer to coming out. They're claiming that it's already here, ordered today, but it's still not actually fully here yet. But I just wanted to follow up. That's really about it.
Oh, that was a good video. That was cool. Hey, with that being said, let me know what y'all thought about it. Do y'all think, would y'all do that? Would y'all grab one of those in its current state? Or later? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. But, yeah, that's going to be it from this one. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.